Hey there, YouTube. Alfred from the Garage Heroes here, talking top five E3. E3 just passed. Farewell to that. That was wonderful. Sometimes some parts of it were great. We got a lot of release dates, but I'm here mostly to talk about my top five games that I saw, and some of it might be, maybe one might be the typical you'll find on most lists, but for 90% of my list, you probably won't find on most lists. Because some of them didn't really showcase well. This is not about the games that showed the best. I think that was Watch Dogs 3. Clearly, we have a video there if you want to go watch that. But this is about the games I'm just looking forward to. You know, the trailer didn't have to be wow me. It'd be other factors like the kind of game it is, the developers behind it. So I'm gonna just roll into them, and you keep up. First is Elden Ring. Now this one might be on list. This is the From Software and George R. R. Martin team up. Extraordinaire, some just massive collaboration, like the darkest fantasy story you'll probably ever see is gonna happen here after this one. They're probably brewing some crazy gameplay over there. I mean, if you played Sekiro, you know these guys are not being kind. I mean, you gotta parry everything now, so I can only imagine how hard it is now, especially if they're gonna give you shields. They're probably gonna destroy you now, like. And the story, like, you got George R. R. Martin, who gives you, like, you know, really dark fantasy stories, and you got Hidetaka Miyazaki giving you the dark stuff too. Like, it's gonna look crazy. And that's just the first one. I got Deathloop next. These are in no particular order, by the way. I'm just hyped for all of them overall. Deathloop might have gone and people didn't even really notice that happened in the Bethesda conference, because no one's talking about it, and I can see why. There's just a CGI trailer, and Arcane is not the biggest developer. People don't know too much about them, but I love them. They make, once again, I talked about this, I love these games, immersive sims where you could just do whatever you want and just play with all the moves however you want. You know, no restrictions. And they typically do that. They are known for the Dishonored franchise, and I just feel like this is gonna be Dishonored, like, gone, like, loose. You know, in Dishonored you can't really use all your moves because you're killing, and you know there's the factor of your decisions matter, and if you do bad, typically murder is bad. So in this one, you're gonna be able to do whatever you want. You're gonna be able to murder whoever you want. So you're gonna really be able to play with the playset. Like, that's what I want. Be able to play with Arcane's playset. Next, we got Cyberpunk. Now this is the typical one. I'm not gonna go crazy on this because everybody knows what it is. It's basically Blade Runner in the daylight, augmentations, all the good stuff. Looks like a immersive sim as well. First person, cars. The next big one, you know, the Witcher dudes. You know, you're probably gonna get something cool. So the next one on my list is one that nobody knows. We got Ghostwire. How the guy actually pronounced it. He pronounced it just like that. A big guy, Resident Evil 4 guy. So when he says it, even though he said it silly, you know it's real. So we don't know too much about what this game is gonna be, but we know the talent behind that. I just said drop the Resident Evil dude's name. He's on it. Tango Gameworks. They made the Evil Within series, so you know they're gonna do something horror based, and it looks like you're gonna have supernatural powers with the horror based. So that looks real good. Resident Evil 4. Every console has it, so this is probably gonna bang too. Hopefully, for me, it's gonna bang. Tango Gameworks games work for me. And then the last one is, give me a second. Vampire the Masquerade. I've already talked about this one. Vampire, open world, seedy underbelly of the city where all the vampires is at. I mean, you could do what you want, be with any kind of vampire you want. I already got a video on that if you want to hear me go into more on that, but pretty self-explanatory. Be a vampire, any kind of vampire you want, powers. So I mean, that's my list. If yours varies, you could tell me whatever you think. It doesn't really matter. Anybody's list is valid. Just let me know which one you think. If you agree with me on some of these that not everybody is so hype on, like, subscribe, hit the notification. Let me know. Anything E3 doesn't really matter. Any games. We just hype about games.